Hello and welcome to RichInsider. In today's episode, we are going to explore the economic crisis in France. The Eurozone's two largest powerhouse economies, France and Germany, are now facing a tough time. To make matters worse, their sluggish growth could drag the entire continent into a crisis. As part of measures to fix the economy, the French finance minister Bruno Le Maire announces 10 billion euros in spending cuts by central government and lowers its forecast growth to 1% this year. In his recent speech at the Sorbonne, the French President Emmanuel Macron warned Europe that it is mortal and could die, stressing a more sovereign and united Europe. Macron also highlighted the importance of the choices that Europe makes now. But what went wrong for France in particular? Do these words also echo the problems in Paris? More importantly, is there a road to recovery that the French could take? France, once a beacon of economic prosperity in Europe, now grapples with a staggering economic decline. After the Second World War, the French economy suffered greatly, bringing the nation to its knees. Despite the devastation wrought by the war, France showed resilience and emerged as a global superpower within a few decades. However, the country is now confronting a series of economic challenges that threaten its stability and prosperity. These challenges are manifesting in various forms, from the recent austerity budget to labor shortages and a concerning manufacturing deficit. A complex web of factors is contributing to this economic downturn, and to understand the gravity of the situation, we need to look deep into the hard facts and figures. France's economy, when compared with its European counterparts, is underperforming significantly. While other European countries like Italy and Spain are experiencing continued growth, France and Germany have become the sick man of Europe. Over the first quarter this year, both economies expanded by just 0.2%, which is below the Eurozone's overall average. The GDP growth rate, a key indicator of economic health, has been languishing, with France experiencing some of the lowest growth rates in the European Union. This sluggish growth is a clear sign of an economy in distress. The unemployment rate, another crucial economic indicator, has been rising steadily. This increase in joblessness, coupled with a fall in consumer spending, is causing a ripple effect across the French economy. Inflation in France and the broader Eurozone is also on the rise, eroding the purchasing power of the euro and causing everyday items to become more expensive. This increase in the cost of living is putting additional pressure on households and businesses alike. France's economic history is rich and complex, with the nation once being a significant player on the global economic stage. However, this once vibrant economy has seen a marked decline in recent years. The reasons for this downturn are multifaceted and deeply rooted in structural issues within the French economy. For France, the road to recovery will be long and challenging, but with a clear understanding of the issues at hand and adoption of a right approach within French leadership, there is hope for a brighter economic future. Come, let's find out if that's possible in this episode. To combat its economic decline, France has implemented an austerity budget. Now, what does this mean? In layman's terms, an austerity budget is a fiscal plan aimed at reducing government deficit through a combination of spending cuts or tax increases. It's akin to tightening the belt when times are tough. France, grappling with economic challenges like high unemployment and decreased consumer spending, has chosen this path. The government is making significant cuts to the tune of 10 billion euros in key areas such as education, justice and defense. The goal? To reduce the deficit to 4.4% of the gross domestic product and in turn stabilize the economy. But an austerity budget isn't without its critics. Some argue it's a short-term solution that can lead to long-term problems. A reduced budget means fewer resources for vital public services. It could affect everything from the quality of education to the strength of the nation's defense. Moreover, with less government spending, there's a risk of slowing down the economy even further, potentially leading to more unemployment. The implementation of austerity measures during economic downturns has sparked controversy regarding their purpose and effectiveness. Many economists have highlighted that these measures tend to have contractionary effects and often worsen existing economic recessions. On the flip side, proponents believe that an austerity budget can instill financial discipline, reduce dependency on public spending, and ultimately lead to a more sustainable and resilient economy. It's seen as a necessary step towards achieving fiscal stability and rebuilding investor confidence, which can stimulate economic growth in the long run. So, is the austerity budget the right move for France? Well, only time will tell. France's economic decline is further compounded by a labor shortage. A complex combination of factors contribute to this issue. Demographic trends such as an aging population play a significant role. Around 26% of the population in France is over 60 years old, representing 1 in 4 inhabitants. By 2040, we will see significant demographic shift in France where nearly 1 in 3 would be over the age of 60. This trend presents formidable economic and social challenges for the country. As the workforce ages, fewer young workers are available to replace retirees, leading to a shrinking labor pool. Additionally, there's the skills gap. Many French industries are struggling to find workers with the right skills. This gap between the skills workers have and the skills employers need is a significant hurdle to economic growth. Immigration policies also play a part. Stricter immigration rules have resulted in fewer foreign workers entering the country, further shrinking the available labor pool. These labor shortages have significant implications. They limit productivity, hamper economic growth, and reduce competitiveness. Industries struggle to maintain output levels, and the economy as a whole suffers. So, what are the potential solutions? Education and training programs can help bridge the skills gap. By ensuring that workers are equipped with the right skills industries need, France can improve its productivity and economic performance. Immigration reforms can also help. By easing restrictions, France can attract highly skilled foreign workers to boost its labor force. Finally, workforce development initiatives can encourage more people to join the workforce, including underrepresented groups, for example, skilled women in the STEM sectors. Moreover, France also fails to attract a chunk of highly skilled workers who see the United States, UK, Canada, or Australia as an easier transit due to their English-speaking workforce. Addressing these workforce issues is crucial for France's economic recovery. Another significant contributor to France's economic decline is its manufacturing deficit. Over the years, we've seen the once thriving manufacturing sector in France lose its vitality. Globalization, automation, and fierce competition from emerging economies have all played a part in this decline. Let's break it down a bit. Globalization has led to the opening of markets worldwide, which, while beneficial in some aspects, has also resulted in intense competition. French manufacturers struggle to compete with lower-cost producers in emerging economies, leading to a decrease in production. According to France's statistical office, INSEE, total production across industries declined by 1.1% in the beginning of this year, mainly due to significantly lower output in the transportation and automotive sectors. Then we have automation and artificial intelligence. While technological advancement has the potential to increase efficiency and productivity, it can lead to job losses, further hurting the overall economy. And let's not forget about competition from emerging economies. Countries like China, South Korea, Taiwan, and India have rapidly developed their manufacturing sectors, offering products at significantly lower prices. This has put immense pressure on French manufacturers, contributing to the manufacturing deficit. Now, why does this matter? Well, a decline in manufacturing has far-reaching consequences. For example, many well-known businesses have shut their operations, including the world's last dedicated Meccano factory, which was recently closed in France. All this leads to job losses, particularly in regions heavily reliant on manufacturing. This, in turn, results in increased income inequality and regional disparities. Moreover, a shrinking manufacturing sector can stifle innovation and technological progress, which are vital for economic growth. The manufacturing deficit isn't just an isolated issue, it's a domino effect, causing ripples throughout the French economy, affecting everything from employment to regional development. In response to these economic challenges, the French government has implemented a variety of policies and reforms. The policies range from budget cuts in key areas such as education, justice and defense to meet European Union environmental standards, to curbing expenses through the pension reforms. But the question is, are these measures on the right track? Let's analyze the government's efforts to stimulate the economy. One of the recent reforms from Macron's government include the controversial pension reforms, which are set to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64. According to the OECD, at nearly 14.5% of GDP, France's spending on state pensions is larger than in most countries. In an effort to cut pension costs, the French government introduced the pension reforms, which also includes an accelerated increase in the number of years of work required to qualify for a full pension. Another key area of focus has been to boost innovation. The idea is simple yet profound. By fostering a culture of innovation, France can potentially leapfrog its economic hurdles. This could mean investing in cutting-edge technology, supporting startups, or even encouraging creative problem-solving within existing industries. Next, the government has been keen on promoting entrepreneurship. This goes beyond merely supporting small businesses. It involves creating an environment where individuals are not just employees, but potential business owners and job creators. It's about fostering a mindset shift towards entrepreneurial thinking, which could be the catalyst for economic rejuvenation. Lastly, let's talk about competitiveness. In the global market, France is not just competing with its European neighbors, but with the world. To stand out, the government has been working on structural reforms that aim to enhance the country's economic competitiveness. This includes improving the efficiency of public services, reducing the cost of doing business, and investing in human capital. However, the effectiveness of these interventions is still a topic of debate. While some argue that these measures have started to bear fruit, others believe that more radical reforms are needed to reverse the economic downturn. What is clear, though, is that government intervention plays a critical role in addressing France's economic woes. As France continues to grapple with these economic challenges, what does the future hold? The nation's economic decline paints a concerning picture for its future trajectory and global competitiveness. Alongside the austerity budget, labor shortages, and manufacturing deficit, there are other local factors that are exacerbating the situation. One of these is the interest rate hikes by the European Central Bank. As the highest in the bank's history, these rates are putting additional strain on France's already fragile economy. Furthermore, international policies, such as President Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, have an indirect yet significant impact on France's economic landscape. There's a general sense of uncertainty about what the future holds for France, but it's not all doom and gloom. Amidst these challenges, France has the opportunity to rethink its economic strategies, to innovate and to adapt. It can learn from its past, from its successes and failures, and use this knowledge to chart a new course towards a more sustainable and resilient economy. In the face of adversity, there is always room for hope and change. The French people, known for their resilience and spirit, have the ability to turn these challenges into opportunities. By staying informed about developments in France's economy and engaging in discussions about potential solutions, you can play a crucial role in shaping your country's economic future. What are your thoughts on all these issues? Will France come back strong? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care.